There's a certain allure to the forbidden, a magnetic pull towards places most wouldn't dare to tread. This is the essence of danger tourism, a niche travel style that sees individuals venturing into war-torn countries and disaster zones. For some, it's about pushing boundaries, testing their limits in environments that strip away the comforts of modern life. The danger itself becomes a source of exhilaration, a badge of courage worn with a mix of pride and trepidation. Others are drawn by the stark beauty that often emerges from destruction, the poignant juxtaposition of resilience and ruin. Yet this allure of danger comes at a price, a hefty one that can't be measured in dollars or frequent flyer miles. The risks are real, the dangers tangible, and the potential consequences dire. It's a journey that demands careful consideration, meticulous planning, and a deep understanding of the potential human cost. Syria, once a cradle of civilization, now stands as a stark reminder of the devastating toll of conflict. The country has been ravaged by civil war for over a decade, leaving its cities in ruins and its people displaced. Despite the ongoing dangers, some travelers are drawn to Syria's shattered beauty, seeking to witness firsthand the resilience of its people and the echoes of its rich history. However, the Syrian government's control remains tenuous at best, with vast swaths of the country under the control of various armed groups. The United States government, along with many others, strongly advises against all travel to Syria, citing the extreme risks posed by terrorism, kidnapping, and indiscriminate violence. The threat of detention by government forces or armed groups is a constant shadow, and the lack of consular support further amplifies the dangers. The Hayat Tahrir al-Sham group, designated a terrorist organization by the United States, holds significant power, adding another layer of complexity to the already volatile situation. Syria's story is a tragic one, a stark reminder of the devastating consequences of conflict and the human cost of war. Libya, a North African nation with a rich history and stunning desert landscapes, is another country grappling with the aftermath of conflict. Since the fall of Muammar Gaddafi in 2011, Libya has been plagued by instability, with various factions vying for control. Despite a United Nations brokered ceasefire in recent years, the situation remains fragile, marked by sporadic violence and a constant undercurrent of tension. The country is awash with weapons, and armed groups operate with relative impunity, posing significant risks to travelers who dare to venture within its borders. Despite these challenges, Libya's tourism industry is showing tentative signs of recovery, fueled by a trickle of intrepid travelers drawn by its ancient history and the allure of the unknown. The country boasts well-preserved Roman ruins, including the breathtaking Leptis Magna, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that stands as a testament to Libya's glorious past. The United States and United Kingdom governments continue to advise against all travel to Libya, citing the high risk of terrorism, kidnapping, and armed conflict. While there's a certain romanticism to exploring Libya's ancient wonders, the reality on the ground is fraught with challenges and safety remains a major concern. The specter of terrorism hangs heavy over many war-torn countries, casting a long shadow over the lives of locals and the experiences of those who dare to visit. These regions are often fertile ground for extremist groups, who exploit the chaos and instability to their advantage. The threat of bombings, shootings, and kidnappings is a constant worry, a stark reminder of the volatile nature of these environments. Travelers can unwittingly become targets, caught in the crossfire of conflicts that are often complex and deeply rooted in history, religion, or political ideology. Kidnapping for ransom is another serious concern, particularly in regions with weak governance and a proliferation of armed groups. Foreigners are often seen as valuable assets, their abduction a potential source of income or a bargaining chip in wider power struggles. And then there's the ever-present danger of being caught in the crossfire of armed conflict. Navigating these risks requires a heightened sense of awareness, a constant assessment of one's surroundings, and a willingness to adapt to ever-changing security situations. Section 5 Traveler's Tales: From Safe Passage to Harrowing Encounters. Stories from those who have ventured into war zones paint a mixed picture, ranging from accounts of safe passage and unexpected kindness, to harrowing tales of danger and near misses. Some travelers, like Hudson and Emily, who visited Libya in 2024, recount feeling secure with the presence of a hired bodyguard, their journey marked by a sense of adventure and a deep appreciation for the resilience of the Libyan people. They speak of the warmth and hospitality extended to them, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, humanity can shine through. However, other tales are stark reminders of the ever-present dangers. Daniel Pinto, a British tourist who traveled to Libya in May 2024, found himself caught in a terrifying ordeal when he was held at gunpoint for 7 hours. His story serves as a chilling reminder that even in areas deemed relatively safe, the situation can change in an instant. These contrasting experiences highlight the unpredictable nature of war zone travel, where perceptions of safety can be shattered in a heartbeat. Section 6. Safety First. Precautions for the daring traveler. For those undeterred by the risks and determined to venture into war-torn countries, meticulous planning and a commitment to safety are paramount. Before embarking on such a journey, it's crucial to draft a will, ensuring that loved ones are taken care of in the event of the unthinkable. Familiarizing oneself with local laws and customs is not just a matter of respect, but a crucial safety measure. Creating a proof-of-life protocol, a predetermined set of actions to be taken in the event of abduction, can be a lifesaver in hostage situations. Sharing travel plans, accommodation details, and emergency contact information with loved ones back home is crucial. Regular check-ins, whether through satellite phones, pre-arranged emails, or messages on social media, can provide reassurance and alert others to potential problems. Enrolling in a traveler's security course can provide valuable skills and knowledge, from situational awareness techniques to basic first aid and self-defense. Understanding the local security landscape, including the presence of armed groups, areas of unrest, and potential flashpoints, is vital. Section 7. The emotional toll, a burden shared. The decision to venture into a war zone is not one made in isolation. It reverberates outwards, impacting the lives of loved ones who are left to grapple with the anxieties and uncertainties that come with such a choice. The emotional toll on families and friends can be significant, marked by sleepless nights, constant worry, and a gnawing fear that every phone call could bring bad news. Maintaining communication, however sporadic or challenging, becomes a lifeline, a way for families to stay connected and share in the journey, even from afar. The relief of receiving a message, hearing a familiar voice, or seeing a photo can be immeasurable, offering a brief respite from the constant worry. Yet, even with the best-laid plans and constant communication, there's always an element of the unknown. The emotional burden is shared, the weight of worry carried by those at home just as heavily as those on the ground. Section 8. The human cost of conflict, a sobering reality. Beyond the adrenaline rush and the desire for unique experiences, it's crucial for those contemplating war zone travel to confront the sobering reality of the human cost of conflict. Behind the headlines and the news reports lie countless untold stories of loss, displacement, and trauma. Families torn apart by violence, children robbed of their innocence, and communities shattered by bombs and bullets paint a grim picture of war's enduring legacy. Traveling to these regions with sensitivity and respect requires acknowledging the suffering that has unfolded and continues to shape the lives of those who call these places home. Engaging with local communities, supporting local businesses, and contributing to organizations working on the ground can be meaningful ways to give back and foster understanding. However, it's also important to consider whether one's presence as a tourist might inadvertently contribute to the continuation of conflict or put individuals at risk. Section 9. A final word. Balancing adventure with safety. The allure of war zone travel, with its promise of adrenaline-pumping experiences and glimpses into the heart of human resilience, is undeniable. Yet this allure must be tempered with a healthy dose of realism, a recognition that these journeys are not without significant risks and ethical considerations. Heeding travel advisories from government agencies, investing in comprehensive travel insurance, and maintaining a constant awareness of one's surroundings are non-negotiable. Prioritizing safety, both for oneself and for those who might be impacted by one's presence, should always be paramount. Ultimately, the decision of whether or not to venture into a war zone is a personal one, a choice that should be made with careful consideration of the potential risks and rewards, as well as the broader ethical implications. While the allure of the unknown might beckon, it's crucial to remember that safety and respect for human life should always be our guiding principles.